MC.
These vests are bogus.
The Ice Cream Men from Hell are no more. The group decides to retire their colors and start from scratch. A new palette, new vests.
You ever heard of a member saying, I gotta get my cut?
Back on the road, the new cut inspires a new beginning. Until a 53-foot semi-truck almost wipes out part of the pack. Which leads to explosive group dynamics.
All you had to tell him was, here's the exit. He's out front.
For the sign.
Riding into Scottsdale, the crew is introduced to retired NFL linebacker Brian Bosworth, the ultimate team player.
Club's a family, so you guys got to learn how to live together, both good and bad.
Knocking back a cold one at the Dirty Dog Saloon, Bosworth accepts an invitation to ride with the pack, while some of the guys offer more personal invitations.
The guys invited me up to the Grand Canyon. It's gonna be a fun ride.
This ride continues to Arizona Bike Week, a live concert by Bad Company.
I made a new friend who's actually a real cool guy, and he's a rock and roller too. He's also appeared in many, many movies, and I know you're very aware of who this guy is, and he's a biker too. He's cool. So we thought we'd invite him up here to do a song for you. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big Harley-Davidson roar. Gary Busey!
The guys hooked up with actor Gary Busey and invited him to join the ride.
I'm throwing my filing bags away, the phone's going to the garbage. I'm with you.
Guest riders Brian Bosworth and Gary Busey arrived to join the great ride.
Hey, I'm gonna keep riding just slightly in front of me.
You know why he's saying that to me? Because if I go down, he'll get to roll over.
Will they all survive the journey? Find out on this edition of American MC.
I don't ride with clowns.
Where are we going? We're Superstition Mountain. Superstition Mountain. That sounds suspicious just by itself.
Yeah. How you doing? Good, buddy. Good. Wow. How's everybody
job,
doing?
buddy.
Hey.
Distance is the key word. Distance. Sure.
It was great seeing you last night at the concert.
Hey, did you guys like his rhythm last night?
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you how
you got here, Brian was talking about it.
I saw you last night.
When you're on stage with a group like that, and then I find out you guys are down in front of me, that's the best therapy anybody could have for the heart, the soul, the spirit, the wheels, the mud, and the motorcycle.
Yeah, let's hear a poem. Tom, give him one.
poem? I was coming too hot on this turn going in. Started playing my clutch like a sweet violin. That road bites your ass like a blacktop cheese grater. She's the mistress of death, and you don't want to date her. So I dropped down 2 gears, and compression took over. Though I knocked back 10 beers, my transmission was sober. So I let off the gas, started using my head, and soon my drunk was safe home and in bed.
I know Gary had been in a serious bike wreck, a bad accident, and here he is back on the horse, man, coming to ride with us. We had already rode with the Hells Angels, and now here we got Gary and Brian, and it's going to be a whole nother thing. It's not the Hells Angels, but here we got 2 big celebrities that are riding with us. I think it's great.
Guest riders Gary Busey and Brian Bosworth join the pack as they ride through the Superstition Mountains.
I think you guys are all just bordering on the whole outlaw thing here.
But it's Gary Busey's reputation riding a motorcycle that's on everyone's mind.
We've been taking bets on when Busey's going to fall over on his bike or crash.
99% of what you worry about never materializes.
It's that 1% that I'm worried about.
Always ready with the song, Busey tries to lighten the mood. Tensions run high as the pack traverses down a steep dirt road.
To the left is a cliff, and it drops off. If anybody falls off, you're dead.
Gary, come on up here.
Gary, can you join Tom to say something about where we are? You two guys are our poets.
In this great canyon of Indian lore, where we come as history draws us, a place where Geronimo and the Apaches led the cavalry down to their blood and their gore. We are here now in this time to celebrate what once was and what is now and what is to come for the future. It's a glorious place to be, you see, because I'm here with you and you're here with me.
Very nice. Very nice. That was good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I got that motorcycle spew. I know the pretty bike can fill a man with pride. But what I tend to like comes from deeper still inside. It's motor over paint. I'll take any day. And if not, then you ain't to me got to say. The motor is the soul of this on which we ride. It is what makes it roll and rocks you down inside. The paint may turn the head, but the motor spins the wheel. So give me that instead, and a power I can feel. Yeah!
Yes!
Fired up, let's get them going. Guys like that you learn a lot from, because you know their road that they took in life was a lot harder than you know your road was, no question about it. And that's what I like a lot about hanging out with bikers, because they all come from a different place, but they band together as family, and I think that's the cool thing about the whole biker.
Go figure.
Now it's just part of the show.
Stay right there. Heavy. Feel the weight?
Yeah, it's not heavy. Go by.
Yeah, I'd like to, but I can't.
Let him go by right there. He had to have signed a waiver. Nobody seems to be worried about the fact that he can't ride.
So as I'm in the front, leading everybody out of Fish Creek, I'm thinking about Gary Busey in the back. Dropped his bike a couple times. He stood back on the horse that bucked him up. That shows the man's got a lot of heart. I really like riding with Gary. I'd go anywhere with Gary, and I appreciate his fortitude, that's for sure.
I think anybody that's on a bike should take that ride at
That's
some point in time.
It's very dangerous, Ryan.
We knew you could handle it.
Listen, I want to thank all these brothers. It's been a long time since I've ridden, and I fell over several times. I ran into a ditch at one time, and if it wasn't for you guys here helping me, Ryan, as well as you, my compadre, my partner.
My brother, if you're in the pack, you're in the pack.
You guys helping me out saved me from losing a lot of grace and foundation. Because you said, Gary, here, let me help you, and I was feeling very much a failure. And I'll tell you what the word failing stands for, F-A-I-L-I-N-G. That stands for finding an important lesson, inviting needed growth. So you guys helped me find a lesson that I had to have to operate that roadkill.
You're doing a lot better. You were listening, brother.
You know, I watched you guys from behind, and I tell you what, you guys are a complete mess.
Thank you. Good eye, Brian. Good eye.
You guys have a long way to go. I think you guys, if you have the stomach, and most importantly, if you have the heart, You want to accomplish something special. You guys stay together as brothers, but you got to respect the road. And I'd like to see where you guys are a month from now. See how many of you guys are still alive.
Big Tom lets us in on his true feelings for Baker.
It's speed, not brake.
For the first time, women are invited to join the journey.
This is one of the twins.
Riding through Cottonwood, the group gets pulled over by the cops.
Sir, come here.
The law has finally had enough of Gary Busey. Find out next time on American MC.